Hey YouTube, as the title says, thank you to, I forget who commented on it in one of my videos, but I was like, I only have like 7 Pokemon, what should I use? And someone in the comments said, use I think they said like glacial or rainy lure and try and get like a lantern. I'm like, that is smart. And I did for later, but I'm like, let's just use, so I used two right away. I used like the water one and I used the ice one. And one of the things that came up right away was a bomb snow, like a snover. And I'm like, I caught the snover and I'm just like, a Abomasnow is an interesting one right off the bat because I know this meta is very flyer heavy. Um, Glygars, Mandibuzz. There is some Mantines, which is kind of not a great matchup for you. But I'm like, and then there's like the Mud Boy. So I'm like, maybe this actually does have quite a lot of play. So then I put it together. I had Annihilate and Quagsire as two that I had already caught this season. So I was like, I think this team makes sense. The only problem is you are double weak to flying, but then you can kind of offset some of the flying with the ice. Unfortunately, I think I only did like 500, if not worse, and I think it's a lot of because I saw like a lot of Mantines. So let's go to the battles here. Two other things, three things is just let's just start with the state of this game is not getting any better. Holy smokes! I can count. Today I was actually pretty mad because I am now. I'll talk about how I'm washed in a second, but I can legit count 4 games today that I should have won, but the games lagged and cost me fast moves, cost me charge moves, cost me like multiple, like 4 games I lost because of this game's like how poor the game is right now. So that was very, very frustrating. Someone also commented, maybe you're not good anymore, and you're changing of your teams constantly is stopping you from hitting legend. And I said, yes, I'm washed. And I said that only half jokingly. And this goes back to, we'll do story time here because again, the team is pretty straightforward. I led Quagsire a couple games, and then I led Abomasnow the rest. Basically, kind of stand anything. Annihilate is your safe swap, worst case scenario. But like I said, so like worst case scenario for Abomasnow would be like fire or fighter. Then I would come Annihilate. Otherwise, I'm probably just staying in Obama. Let's see if I switch here. Okay, I'm still I did Quagsire and lead for a few, and then Obama. Because Quagsire is just like safe. You can just kind of stay with everything except for grass. Same concept, and then Annihilate is your safe swap. Someone's like, maybe you're not as good to change teams every single time, and that's why you haven't hit legend yet. And I'm like, probably. And this is just a history of GBL and what I was able to get away with for a long time that I don't think I can get away with anymore. And I think people in the chat are in the same boat, and that is everybody's getting better at GBL. So the first couple seasons of GBL, I had absolutely zero idea what I was doing. Like no freaking clue. And even in the second season, I hit leaderboard, like not knowing what I was doing. It's just because the competition was not, there are very, very few people who did know what they were doing those early seasons. And I think over time, between content creators and people like training others and people just kind of learning on their own, people have gotten way better. And so much so, like, you could see my constant mistakes during these games. Maybe not these in particular games, but like fast move timing and counting. I don't count. So there is a lot that I don't do that. Again, I've had Legend 14 straight seasons now. 14, 15? How many seasons? I forget how many seasons I hit straight now. Of all but 2 seasons of GBL that I played. Again, I didn't hit the first 2 seasons. I hit every season since. And I've gotten away with it because of just my having played 50,000 plus GBL game, or how many you can. Like I was at one point before I started just like not playing GBL over the last like season and a half. I had played every single GBL set, every single game since they dropped the walking requirement. So the reason I could still like do well is because I just had so much practice between this and tournaments and gym breakers and factions and stuff like that. Like I could still get by despite my like obvious flaws of not counting and not knowing all the typings and stuff like that. And then we hit this season, and this season I made a sort of conscious effort, or not effort's not the word, conscious decision to only to not overdo GBL because I was getting sick of the game. So what I wanted to do was like play GBL just when I was in like a good space. So I took a lot of time off. I play like 1, maybe 2 sets a day sometimes for like the first like month. And then I'm like, okay, I'll start grinding. You've also noticed that this channel, I put out 23 Great League Remix teams over 2 weeks. And that's because I basically change my team. I find a team that works and I change it after I get enough for a video. So someone's like, doesn't it make more sense just to like stick with a team and you'd actually like hit legend because you just stick with a team he knows? Yes. And for me, Yonkis is better for a variety of reasons. He's a better battler and he already hit legend and stuff like that. But I'm taking the Yonkis approach to GBL content creation. And again, this is, so I'm prioritizing, I'll be straight up. I'm prioritizing content creation over hitting legend. And I'm doing that for a couple reasons. One is, after 14 straight legend seasons, one, I actually thought I hit legend by now. Let's just put that on the table. I actually thought I would hit legend by now. But like being a week and a half and having not hit legend yet, I'm not stressing because one, I still think I'll get there. And two, if I don't get there, there's not enough of a reward now for me to care, right? So what do I lose? A Pika Libre. I've got 15 Pika Libres. People in Ottawa hate me because I just throw all my Pika Libres in gyms. So I don't need another Pika Libre. And a pose, which I don't even know what the pose is this season, but last season pose suck, right? So there isn't enough of a stuff in this game reward to offset what is subscriber growth and real money in my pocket with this channel. Again, not anything substantial, but not nothing, quite honestly. So for me, I would rather find teams that work, even if I only get to grind them for 2 sets and showcase them to you, than grind with one for a while and hit legend with it. So that's where I'm at with this game, and that's where I'm at with this channel. The channel is more important to me than the state of the game. And there's been a couple other content creators who've taken this same path. Like Calamantos doesn't count because he's always been the Spice Lord. Like truly the Spice Lord. Like no offense to like Home Slice and those guys who run like one spicy Pokemon hidden behind 2 meta Pokemon. Like Calamantos is just like pure spice and hilarious, and it's so fun to watch. But Zionic was the same thing. Zionic was never an amazing battler. And I think he'll be the first to admit that, right? He's like, if you've played Zionic and you've watched Zionic, there's a very clear difference between Zionic's skill and something like Rise, Dunebug, these people who like are constantly top in the like play Pokemon Championship. Like there's no debate there, right? And he eventually, same thing. He's in the same sort of boat. He's got 2 young kids. He's putting out this content creation stuff, and there's just not a lot of time to grind to legend and do the content creation. So I don't think he's hit legend for many, many seasons now. And I think he's fine with that. And I think I'm getting to that point too, right? There's not enough in this game for me to feel like I need to hit legend. Like, and people have been asking this for a while. People are like, why don't you push to lead? Why don't you do one of the comments said like, wouldn't it be fun one year if you just like pushed as high as you could? And I'll say, go check my Twitter, because I hit number 18 in the world. Let me just go check my Twitter right now. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was 18 in the world, right below. Let's see if I have because I'm pretty sure I have it. Where is my thing? Dan Ottawa, right below. I forget who it was. It was, it's cut off. Anyways, number 18, ranked 24, Dan Ottawa, number 18 in the world. I was right below someone who was always constantly like top 10 on the leaderboard. Like, and that's why I was like, this was a big deal. So I got us up to number 18 in GBL. And let me tell you what happens when you're at number 18 on the GBL leaderboard. One set takes an hour and a half because the queue times take 10 minutes. A 4-1 got me 2 points, ELO, and a 2-3 dropped me 90 because it's so skewed at the top there. So as someone who's putting out 2 teams per day, there's absolutely zero incentive for me to be anywhere near the leaderboard because it just adds queue times. It adds like ELO problems, gaining and stuff like that. And I and Caleb Pang and hundreds and hundreds of other content creators been like, Niantic, like, please fix this. I know you don't think it affects a lot of people, but when there's no reason to grind GBL, like, what they're like, please just give us an incentive, because they could do so many things. You make the leaderboard. There's a tournament that you get. Like, can you imagine that? Like, if you make the leaderboard, maybe there'll be like an online tournament that you can maybe get like play Pokemon Championship points or something like that. If you are on the leaderboard, you get like a remote. If you hit the 500 leaderboard and you end on it, you get at least 1 remote raid pass up to the top, where you can get like 3 plus a bunch of premium items. Like, there's so many things they can do to incentivize grinding on GBL. Again, if you watch my video yesterday, towards the end when I was talking about this, how I talked about how like 90% of the player base is just like no GBL ever, and 10% are those that do, and how Niantic does not care about GBL because they want people to go out and grind, and plain GBL does not go with their vision. So like, they will never ever incentivize people to play GBL and grind and do that stuff. And so that's the thing. I know that there's a very loyal community. I see you guys in the comments. I read the comments. I appreciate the support. I know you guys are here. I know you guys like my team building. I know you guys like my learning, like the learning that I do on this channel. And I'm going to continue to do that, even if it's at the expense of my GBL like numbers, is essentially where I'm at with this. So yeah, but I like tomorrow. This is tomorrow. We're at the point of let's see how washed I am, because I have picked up since the start of this cup Abomasnow, Lantern, and Gligar to already go with Annihilate, Quagsire, Mandibuzz. So there's essentially no excuse, right? Let's just go to PV Poke. Let's go to rankings. I have Annihilate, which is number 1. I have Lantern, which is number 11. I have Mandibuzz, which is number 13. I have Quagsire, which is 32. I have a Zweilous. I caught a Dino. Zweilous is 39. So that's another one I can add on. So there's a lot of Pokemon in the top 50 there. Actually, there's only 5. Where's all the other Pokemon? Where is... Annihilate is 1. Abomasnow is not... Yeah, Shadow Abomasnow is way higher ranked. That's the problem. Shadow Abomasnow is ranked 41. Non-Shadow is 108. So yeah, kind of lose some there. Quagsire, yeah, Quagsire is 32 as the non-Shadow. That's fine. Annihilate is 1. Gligar non-shadow is 25. Lantern is 11, right? So I got the meta Pokemon. I thank you for whoever put that in the comments. It's in the title. Using lures is a very, very, very smart way to get Pokemon for this week. If you have access to a Pokestop that you can just sit around for half an hour, catch a lantern, catch an Abomasnow, catch a whatever else spawns from lures. It's truly one of the best ways to get a Pokemon that is not just in the seasonal rotation or whatever, like, because those are very specific Pokemon that spawn from this. So that was a very, very smart suggestion. So I appreciate the suggestion. Now it's go time. I've got the Pokemon. Again, the game issues are very real, and I will say I for sure I lost 4 games today because of the game issue, which is very, very frustrating because that's a substantial swing in ELO today for the negative. But again, I'm not the only one dealing with these issues, so we'll see. I think I'm going to take off my... It's so annoying because I've been doing it right. I'm doing it like wireless, like Wi-Fi, but I'm doing it like right in front of the router. So, and there's no drop, there's no connection. I got full health, full bars. It's not like I'm just like in a dead spot of my, like I got full health. I know it's the game. But maybe I'll take off. Like, I always find that I do better when I'm just on my like cell phone data as opposed to like my Wi-Fi, because I feel like they compete with each other at times, even though they shouldn't. So maybe I'll take that off. I'm trying to just minimize the issues, because again, there's no more excuses. It's put up or shut up. I got the Pokemon. In a league that I should now theoretically have an advantage, right? I should now theoretically have an advantage, because the argument that a lot of people in my comments have made is, yes, you are right that it rewards people who spend dust, but not a lot of people are spending dust if they don't have to. So they're just kind of either building up what they have, or if they've already hit legend, they're not building up stuff. So theoretically, me, yes, not optimal IVs. Like, look at Quagsire 12, 9, 10. Abomasnow 15, 6, 14. Yes, so they're not ideal IVs, but like, they're the Pokemon. So I think it's go time. So we'll see. I'm going to try and grind Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I guess I only have 4 days to grind. Maybe 5 if I do one on Friday. But we'll see. Anyways, that's enough rambling. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. If you made it this far, I'll just cover it next video. Go over like my GoFest plans. My wife just came back today after being gone for 2 weeks. Both my kids are sick, so like shit's going on in the house here. Also, if you made it this far, I'm like not worried yet. I said this half as a joke passing, but when is weight loss too much weight loss when you're not actively trying to lose weight? I think I'm down about 25 pounds. I think I was at like 195, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'm down to like 170 something, like low 170, just by giving up like Coke and chips and stuff. But I'm down in that in like 4 months, and I know there's so many other factors involved. Like, I've been sick for like the last month consistently because my daughter's been sick, so my appetite hasn't been good. And between them being sick and just like the work, like craziness, that is probably added anxiety. So like my physical health is not, and mental health is not super great right now. So maybe that's added to me. But I was just kind of like, yeah, it was just this, again, very, very random. But I was just like, at the beginning of like at Christmas time, basically when I was wearing jeans, they were like uncomfortable because they were like pushing against my gut because I had such a big gut now. And now I put those same jeans on yesterday, and I had to like hold them up while I was out shopping because they kept falling like down. And I was just like, whoa, I lost a lot of weight in the last 4 months, and I don't know why. Like, I can pinpoint some of it, but I can't pinpoint this much. So it's kind of like, yeah, do I need to get checked out here? Anyways, very random, I know. Anyways, that's my life. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one.